This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast. All right, Betsy, we're doing this shit. How are you?
Doing it. Oh, man.
So as we're recording this, it is just as I like to put some time codes on it so everyone knows where we're at. It's Monday, January 13th at like 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Just saying that because Betsy and I are recording remotely. We always record remotely. I evacuated. We both evacuated on Wednesday night of last week.
I came back.
You came back. I was too scared to come back because I have these 3 cats.
Of course. I can't imagine traveling with one cat, let alone 3 cats.
I just sent you a text message, Betsy, of what my leg looks like today because the fires, the Eaton fire and the Palisades fire, as of Wednesday night, they were pretty far away from us. And I had some if it gets to the 405, if the Palisades gets to the 405, or if the Eaton fire gets to the 134, I'm out, right?
Okay.
That was my rule. But then all of a sudden, a fucking new fire popped up right by us.
Right next to us.
Like a canyon over.
Right next to us.
And we were like, holy shit. And luckily I had packed my car with cat stuff because I was most concerned about that. Yeah. And I put all my important stuff by the door, my documents, medication and things. And so I was just and I half packed a suitcase and I was like, shit, let me get this. And I just remember, because also, just to say it, listeners, I also experienced a friend's tragic passing.
Oh, God.
What? I found out Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So I had been dealing with that. I was deep in it with all of that. And then all of a sudden was I'm going to have a panic attack.
Yeah.
Because it just I hadn't slept for days anyway.
Yeah.
And I was scared the night before about it, but I was like, we'll be fine. I'm just on edge.
Yeah.
But then I had a fucking pack and I was just breathing. I was I can't freak out the cats. I have 3 cats. I have to get into carriers right now. And Mama jumped right in. She's the best.
Mama's here for it. Mama's I will do anything for you.
She's the best cat in the world, Betsy.
Good.
And I should never complain about her. She's so wonderful.
Mama.
Buster, I did have to wrestle a little bit, but I got him fast.
Yes.
And then it was Honey.
She got you, dude.
So she was hiding under the bed in this little donut thing that's she can crawl inside of, but it only has one entrance. So I picked it up, but she darted out.
Dang.
And then was growling at me and hissing. And I was okay. So I opened up the bathroom door to make her think she could run out because I had closed all the doors.
Okay.
So she ran to the bathroom. I was got her. And I had the carrier and I grabbed her caught her around her hips. So I had both her little back legs basically by the hips. That little bitch turned and bit my leg.
Dude, it's like a vampire bite.
It's blood was running down. And I was
fucking fangs.
And I was stupid because I was wearing fleece leggings, nothing thick. I just was going too. I didn't have time.
Yeah.
So I was you little bitch. So she ran off and then I was where is she? And she had run back into that donut because I was I don't have time to do that. I don't have time.
Right.
So she ran back. I didn't know she ran back into it, but I picked it up and I could feel she's in it. So I just shook it really hard into the carrier and then My carriers look like old-timey baby carriages. So they had like a
Ooh,
clamshell kind of.
yes.
So I
Okay.
just like made sure I didn't get her tail and was like, got it shut. And I was like, Betsy, it was less than 7 minutes.
Dude, nice.
Then I just had to carry their heavy asses one at a time up and down all those stairs because I live in
Oh,
the
of
hills, you know.
course. Yep.
And then once I saw my neighbor, she didn't think we had to evacuate, but she was coming home from the grocery store.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, we have to go. We have to go now.
Did she go?
And she did, but I could tell she was like panicked. And I was like, once I get all my cats in the car, I'm helping you. I'm
Uh,
waiting. I'm waiting on you before I leave. So and she didn't
okay.
really need help. She just needed help store. Like she couldn't,
Yeah.
some special items that she didn't want to leave behind. I was like, I got them. I'll put them in my car because she has a
Okay.
tiny two-door coupe.
Oh, okay. Yep. That'll
So,
do
and
it.
she has a cat and a dog. So,
Oh, yes, yes.
and then, yeah, we got out. Beechwood was crazy because it's a canyon basically. So there's all these like
Mm.
sprawling streets. I shouldn't tell people where I live. Well, Beechwood is huge. Whatever. I don't care.
Yeah,
I live under
find
the
her.
Hollywood sign. And it took some people a very, very long time to get out. I knew some back ways, so I got out. And then once I got on the road, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be okay. But I didn't know where I was going.
You didn't. You just kind of got up and left.
So I called our friend of the pod, my co-host on Losers, L's for Losers, Jessica Jardin, and I said, can you find me an Airbnb
Okay.
in Joshua Tree? And so
Okay.
she booked one for me.
That's so nice.
And I called my mom and she's like, did you clean your wound? And I was like, no, I didn't clean it. I'm running
I'm
away from a
rushing. I'm out of here.
fire. So, and then when I got here, they were like, we don't allow cats, but we'll
Oh,
make an exception. But you can't
yeah.
let them run around the house. You have to put them somewhere enclosed. So I did that.
Yep.
And they've been in a room for almost a week now.
Oh
I
my
mean, not since
God.
Wednesday night. And then it's just, yeah. I'm so lucky that my cat bite did not. A lot of people reached out. They were like, "You have to go to the doctor," but um, I didn't because the next day the power was out in all of Yucca Valley where I
Oh
am.
my
So whatever.
God, dude.
As of recording, hopefully, like I'm still here. I extended it throughout the whole week because I was worried that if I went back and anything bad happened, because the fires are still pretty much they're fucking raging, man. They're partying
Yeah.
hard. And the winds are going to pick up. So I was like, I don't know that I can get Honey home. I may have to put an offer on this house.
Yeah, you live there now.
I have to live here now. I'm worried. I really am worried that when I have to check out at the end of the week, that I'm not going to be able to get her. So
Hey,
hopefully, guys, by the time you
lots of
listen,
prayers for you.
lots of prayers. Um, but hopefully, when you guys are listening to this, that like the fires are under control or out.
Hopefully.
And it's just really sad. Like we lost even as of now, you know, that like so much was lost.
Yeah.
And you guys got out. Wilma's the best. That's
Wilma was stoked. Wilma was just like, yeah, let's go. Wherever you guys are going, I'm down. Like Wilma was having a good time.
yeah.
But yeah, we got out, went to Redondo Beach for the night. And, yeah, now we're back and we'll just kind of play it by ear. I'm permanently packed,
Yes.
ready to go.
That I was mad at myself because the night before the winds were crazy at my friend's place.
Yeah.
And her friend was like, I'm going home to pack a bag. And I was like, I need to do that. And I kept thinking, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. But I think I was just so exhausted from,
Of course. I was like, no way, we're gonna be fine.
yeah, no
And
way,
then
we're going to be
even
fine.
when the big fire, the sunset fire started, I was like, we're gonna be fine. The 101's between us. I was like, we'll be okay.
I knew we would be okay for at least a few hours.
Right, right. And then Gilly was like, nah, I think we really gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's pack up and go.
So yeah, but all that to say, if the sound sounds like shit, guys, I guess what I didn't
Hey,
evacuate. I
it's been
didn't
it's been a
evacuate.
rough it's been a rough week.
Yeah, I didn't evacuate recording equipment. I'm so lucky. I'll tell you what, though, if you guys ever have like a natural disaster do like get all the heavy stuff in the car long
Smart.
before, even if you're like, that's not a problem that I have to worry about for 3 days. I was so happy I didn't have to carry cat litter downstairs.
That's smart.
Like I had,
Yeah.
I was so glad I did. I'd put their food and stuff in. Yeah, I don't know. I guess like the day before or something.
Yeah.
So all the heavy things I
Smart.
had. But I will say this, maybe no matter where you think you're evacuating to, bring warm clothes because I'm freezing my ass off out here. I
Yeah.
had to
Did you?
buy a
Oh,
puffer at Marshall's.
yeah, dude. It's easy to forget that of just like, yeah, it's very easy to forget kind of those things of like, oh, I need a coat.
It's
I
freezing
need a
here.
coat, man.
Yeah,
The
freezing
desert's
here.
so cold.
The desert, because I had to, because I couldn't get food because the power was out one day. Like literally couldn't get food.
Yeah.
Nothing was open. Walmart was like, go away. Like
Oh God,
I had to
yeah.
drive to Palm Springs to get food. But I was just like, yes, great. And it's so much better down in Palm Springs. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's it's
We
it's
know a
so
lot
much
of people who went to Palm Springs.
it's
I was
beautiful
like,
and
that's a
sunny
smart
and
move, dude.
I
Yeah.
mean it's sunny here,
Right
but
now
it's
is a beautiful time
cold.
to be in Palm Springs.
It's so cold here, Betsy.
Too
Anyway, I'm so
cold.
lucky that I got out and that I was
Same.
because also the Airbnb host was like someone else was trying to book at the same time. You beat them by 30 seconds and there were only like when Jessica looked for me, there were only 5 options available at all that took pets.
Oh,
So I'm very lucky that I
whoa,
got something.
dude.
And I'm very
Yeah.
lucky that I worked on Kevin this last year because I mean, if this had happened this time last year, I would be struggling so much. So I'm just
Oh my
lucky.
God,
It's
dude.
all terrible, but it'll be fine. I don't know if
Mm,
it'll be actually
who
fine, but
knows, man? I'm now every day, I'm just like, I don't fucking know.
I keep saying
Every single day, I'm just kind of like, oh, I don't think anything matters. I don't know what's going on.
I think especially after like losing someone tragically, like I keep saying like we just have to be okay. Like that's all. We just have to be okay. Like and
Right.
just us. Like personally,
Right.
like we have to be here. We have to be safe. Like we have to be okay.
Right.
Sorry, this is a bummer, guys, but hopefully by next week we'll be like, LOL, that was just another timeline and something like really everything is good.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But just in case. All right, so
Let's listen to some
I know
stories,
I'm gonna
huh?
make you guys do the heavy lifting today because I'm fucking beat, dude.
Yeah.
So
It's been a
we're
wild ride.
a
We're just
wild
kind of
ride.
figuring it out.
Um, so we're gonna listen to some of our longer listener stories
Yes.
and
Smart.
look, we're not always gonna have to evacuate the city of Los Angeles, God willing.
Ugh.
Um,
Well, there's a
but
part of me where it's like, are we though?
well, possibly, but my point is, these are
I
very
know.
long, and it takes this kind of natural disaster for us to get to an 11-minute long voice memo.
Yes, yes.
So, just to say it, hopefully LA won't catch on fire again for a good long time. So, send in slightly shorter,
A little bit shorter.
but we don't want to miss these stories because sometimes they're
No.
so great. So, we're going to
Yes. I
listen
feel
to
most of the time they're just like, this is awesome, dude.
yeah. So, we're going to listen to some longies today
Let's do it.
and just kick back and
Yeah.
I prefer this fear over
God,
running
me
for
too.
my life with
Yeah, any day. Yeah.
you know, I did say to a friend, I was like, I think the last week has kind of taught me that I can get through, like I can do anything I need to do.
Yes.
Like I don't want to prove that anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Or like, okay, I know how I can handle a situation like this. I don't want to ever have to do it again.
Truly, my biggest nightmare was getting honey. I did it, but I'm like, motherfucker. Anyway, sorry guys. Sorry guys. Let's listen to some stories, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, Marcy, Betsy, and possibly esteemed guest. You asked for stories from listeners, even if we were on the fence about it. And I have a story that's a little bit out of the box, but I thought I'd give it a shot. I love this story. So let's see. First, let me say I have been binging you guys since I heard Betsy on Rachel Dratch's Woo Woo podcast, you guys have quickly become my number one favorite of all time. I have been listening to all of your past episodes, and you guys are the besties that I turn on when I wake up at 3 in the morning and need to, quiet my mind. So thank you guys very much for that. I was raised in Louisiana. Word up to Marcy and all of our Louisiana people. And I was raised by very conservative, charismatic Christian parents. In the church with all the magical thinking, and like people would stand up in church and speak in tongues, and then somebody else would stand up and translate that, and it would be some message to someone, and like you got saved every single week and went up to the front, and people danced with tambourines, just absolutely insanity. And let me say, I do think that religion can be a wonderful strength for people. It can be a great coping mechanism for people. It is not one for me now, but no disrespect to religion in general, but I do think that there is a point at which it becomes too much, and there's this magical thinking that happens that is not productive and not helpful. And so that was the community that I was raised in. And I was raised in conservative Christian private schools all my life. And then I went in 2000s to a conservative Baptist university in Texas. I won't say which one it is, but if you're thinking like a university that now is a big football name in Texas, Baptist, that's the one. So I had gone there and with a girl who I had graduated from a private Christian school with, and she had introduced me to this church group that I didn't realize at the time had a very strong reputation for being a cult. Now, I don't know that having been told it was a cult would have dissuaded me from joining the church, because at that point I was, it was second nature to me. They spoke the language I was taught to speak in the churches growing up, and I was still trying very hard to fit in this mold that my parents had set out for me, to be a good girl and to be worthy of love and acceptance. I even married a seminary student from that university and wound up being a Southern Baptist preacher's wife for a while, which, if you know anything about that denomination, is super, super conservative, like almost fundamentalist type. And I have since come out as a queer agnostic. I still have a wonderful co-parenting relationship with my ex-husband, but this is, a much happier, healthier place for me to be. And so, but at that time, I was going to this private university, and I was had left that culty church. I'd had a bad experience, and I had left that church. I was trying to find another church body, so I hadn't fully rejected the faith, but I was seeing the problematic elements of that type of culty, magical thinking type of community. But I was still living with two girls who went to that church, and one of them was a small group leader. And in churches like that, small groups are super important, and the leaders of those small groups are really considered to have special favor from God and special powers, religious, spiritual abilities that are gifts from God. And, those small groups are really important. They're once a week you meet at someone's house, and that's how you grow the church. It's how you proselytize to people. So the people who are in these leadership positions really tended to think very highly of themselves and were put up on a pedestal by the other people in their groups. So I'm not going to this church anymore, but I am engaged to the pastor-to-be and living with these two girls who do still go to that church. And we had inherited this house. It was this awesome house, pretty big, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, lots of rooms, but old, big backyard, and a nice deck in the back. We didn't really take full college advantage of that because We were all good little church girls, but it was a great house, and we'd inherited it from other small group leaders, girls who had been leaders in this church. And so this house had kind of been in our little cult community for like 6, 7, 8 years, something like that at that point. So one day, the roommate who is a group leader comes to the other roommate and I, and she's like, I have been having bad dreams and visions that she truly believes were like knowledge from God, that our house was possessed. And she wanted us to go around the house and like cast out the demons. And the other roommate and I were not like buying into this, but we also were wanting to be respectful of our friend. I don't know. Also, like, what is it going to hurt? And if it might make her sleep better at night, sure, we can walk around and pray. And even now, like, you want to do your wackadoodle thing and include me in it, I'll be along for the ride, because I might I'll probably wind up with a great story. And like this one, that's my favorite story to tell at like happy hour or when I commiserate with other people who have come out of cultish groups like I have. So we're going from room to room. She's really leading it. She's praying. We get to the hallway where there is this closet. And in that closet is where we kept all of our cleaning supplies. Now, I really loved my own little ritual of waking up on Saturday mornings, cleaning the house, light cleaning, and then I would have the rest of the day to just enjoy the clean house and binge all of the seasons of Friends I had on DVD. And so, but this roommate had a bad habit of leaving dirty dishes for days with like oatmeal and things that would like cement themselves to the dishes and be really hard to clean. And she didn't take out the trash. She didn't do her fair share of the chores in the house. And the other roommate and I had brought this up to her a few times. It wasn't a huge contention. There was no big blowout fight about it, but there was like some strain in the relationship because we really felt like she wasn't doing her fair share, but she was also like really making things harder for us to clean. And so we brought it up a few times. So now we're standing in front of this closet with all the cleaning supplies, and she gets very serious, and she stops us, and she's like, we need to pray over this closet. And she says, I feel the spirit of perfectionistic cleaning here, and we need to cast it out. I'm like, the other roommate and I like lock eyes. We're like, okay, all right, we see what's going on here, but we're going to humor her. And so we're like, okay, you pray, you do this, you cast out this demon, and we'll be here to support you. And so she does her whole spiel. She prays, she rebukes the demon of perfectionistic cleaning, and then we move on to the other areas of the house. We go to the laundry room, which is like a very small laundry room, just enough space for the two machines and like a little foot area between them, but no wider than the machines themselves, no big space for a lot of people. But she starts shaking and crying, and she is having visions, she says, of this horrible SA event that happened there, like in the living room and in the adjacent laundry room. And now remember, this house was inherited from super vanilla, good little church girls, never drank, never had house parties, nothing. But she has this vision of these frat boys with a house party and this girl, and she believes it is real. And so she's praying over that, and she's praying throughout the living room, and finally she's like, I think we did it. I think that we cast out the demons in our home. But she says she feels that these spirits are still outside in our backyard and are trying to get in. Now, our living room was like a wall and a half of windows and then a back door that went out into the backyard and to this nice deck that we had. And then we had, like, our fence was shared with, like, 4 other homes. And she was like, we've got to pray away the demons, and she's very serious and very dramatic about it, but she was too afraid to step out there herself. What she thought they were going to do to her, I don't know, but she was too afraid to step out there, but she also didn't want to leave it. So at this point, I'm totally exasperated, and I'm like, look, I'm going to do it. So I open the door and I step out onto the deck with all of my drama experience. Also, Betsy, was a drama major initially, and was, fun aside, was part of a Christian acting group my first year of college called the Players for Christ. I know, just my own private shame, but now it's public to everyone. You're welcome. So I stand out, and with all my gusto, I say all the magic words. And I'm not believing this, but I'm trying to appease the friend, and I really, at this point, I'm like, okay, this needs to end. So I rebuke the demons and whatever and claim the backyard for Jesus and say all the magic words that I'm supposed to say. And then I come back in, I'm like, okay, did that do it? And she's like, yes, we did it. We exercised our home, and it's clear, and whatever. Great. Yeah. So this has since become a great story to tell, a story I get a real big kick out of. And for years, my former husband and my other friends, we always like to joke about the spirit of perfectionistic cleaning. I hope you guys enjoyed this and got a kick out of it. Don't shit your pants, but if you do, having the spirit of perfectionistic cleaning around probably isn't such a bad one. Toodles!
LOL. That's
Funny.
so funny for a roommate to be like, there's a demon here that's making you clean.
That is so funny. It's such a funny passive aggressive thing. Wow. I want to know everything about this culty
Oh,
thing,
yeah. And I want to know more about this girl.
I know. I'm curious about the roommate.
Yeah, was she doing that kind of stuff everywhere? What
Yeah,
was her
was she
deal?
using it as kind of a oh man, uh-oh, there's a demon who only wants us to eat veggies. We better not. We better
Yeah,
not.
or the get to work on time demon.
Yeah, yeah. How
Turning
wild.
turning in homework, demon.
Yeah, yeah.
That's so clever. As you were saying the visions that she was having of the frat party, I was like,
Uh-huh.
just because it's a Christian college, I know this because I know some young people who party pretty hard at their Christian university currently.
Yeah.
You never know. People can put up a little front, and that I tell you, in my hometown, which poor kids were always getting pregnant were the preacher's daughters. Always the preacher's daughters.
Always the preacher's daughters.
Because kids are going to be kids. And if they don't have the information they need on how to not
Yep.
get into trouble because
Yep.
they're very shielded from it, then it can be easier for them to be susceptible to bad situations or dangerous ones like that,
And to
because they're
be
naive.
I want to go for it. If you're
Exactly.
telling me no, I'm gonna go.
Exactly. It's twofold.
Yeah, but
It's
without knowledge.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I hope that didn't happen, but
I
also
do too.
like I said, hope your roommate was just trying to get away, be slick about not cleaning her dishes, but
Yeah.
I
We
don't
can't go
know.
near the sink. I cannot go near the sink. There's a demon there. I cannot go near the sink. You guys
Oh
have to
my
do my dishes.
Guys, I'm so sorry. The devil made me not. Oh, wait, the devil makes you do it, but I'm not gonna.
But I'm not gonna.
I'm not gonna.
Not gonna.
Oh,
That is
wow.
so funny. Oh my gosh.
I tell you, this week has almost made me turn back to a religious person.
See, me, I'm it's pushing me farther away. I'm just there's no way. There's no way.
I'm just please God, please God, please
Oh,
God, please God.
yes. There has been a lot of oh my God, please, no, please, universe, something, come on.
I also might be sexually attracted to planes and helicopters now.
Dude.
Not the pilots necessarily, but like watching these fire planes.
Dude, putting out fires, it is pretty hot.
It really is. I'm so like, oh God, I've never thought about firemen being the biggest heroes we actually have. Like cops, it's a
Yes.
very, very, very rare situation where a cop actually gets to save a life. It might happen, but
Yeah.
firemen, that's all they do. That's all they do.
That's all they do. That's all they want to do.
And they're so excited. Like there was someone was being interviewed in this firefighter. She was saying that she's like, "Are you kidding?" She's like, she's like, "We're meeting so many different people from all over the country and the world, and we're
Oh.
working together." And it's
Oh,
like I was like, of course, it's her job. Like she's
yeah.
excited to do the job.
Yeah.
And like it's hard and it's scary, but like that's what they were trained to do. And they're like,
Yeah.
there's so many people. Like I'll tell you what is it called? The watch app? What is it? The watch
Oh,
duty?
yeah. Watch duty.
Watch duty. I paid for the subscription so I can actually see the planes and to just see how many people are working tirelessly, it's amazing. It's the only thing that's making me calm down. I
Yeah.
have a bit of heightened anxiety. Took me a couple days to get my medication out here too.
Oh, dang. Okay.
I needed a refill. I didn't have my 30 days worth, but I will now in the
Yes.
future, from now in the future. So,
Yes.
but anyway, I digress, guys. I'm out of my goddamn mind.
Marcy's in love with helicopters and planes now. That's okay.
I'm-
It happens. People fall in love with like train stations. And
That's what I
stuff.
was thinking.
Yeah. There's a I believe it's called I Fell in Love with the Eiffel Tower. There's a
Mhm.
documentary.
I've watched that person sit on the corner of a beam, and I was like, "You are fucking the Eiffel Tower right now. You're rubbing your little
Yeah.
mm-hmm,
Uh-huh.
uh-huh."
Uh-huh. We know what's going on.
Yeah, I just want to kiss the planes, though. I want to have a a PG-13.
Okay. Yeah, you just want a PG-13.
I want
You
to
just want
hug
the
them.
plane to maybe like touch your butt or your boobs a
Uh-huh.
little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I just want to hold it. I want to snuggle with it. All right. I have more. That's what we're doing, guys.
Let's
We're
do
listening
it.
to
I love it. I'm stoked.
Hi, Betsy and Marcy. I have a story for you that I have been meaning to send in, but I'm doing it now because you've asked for more listener stories. So to start and provide some context, I'm not a spiritual person. I don't really believe in ghosts. I mean, I kind of do. It's complicated. I grew up not believing in any of this when I was younger. I was very anti, none of this shit is real. You don't see ghosts. Aliens are probably there, but I don't believe that they've made it here. You can't tell the future. Time travel's not a thing. I just was very anti all of that. And as I've aged, I'm more open to it. I'm definitely here for the stories. I like to hear about people's experiences. Obviously, I love your podcast. But it's still not really my thing. I'm not walking around feeling super in touch with my spiritual side or the outside, paranormal things, if that makes sense. I don't do tarot. I don't do astronomy. I'm nice, I'm fun, but or I think I am, whatever. Yeah, I hope you understand. It is important for you to understand how much this just is not my type of thing. I'm not walking around seeing ghosts everywhere I go or having experiences. Except for that, about 10 years ago, my husband and I moved from Washington, D.C. to Tucson, Arizona, and we moved into this house. We actually bought our first home together. Super exciting. And it was this cute little adobe tiny house built in 1930, which is old for, Arizona, but not old, I guess, compared to in DC, we lived in a much older house, which weirdly also, sidebar, is the house we lived in DC was like this old row house, and it had been turned into apartments, and we lived in the attic, and it was next to a funeral home, and there were no ghosts in that house. Didn't see anything, never thought about it. Real seems like it should have been haunted situation, but wasn't. But then we moved to Tucson, and our house was haunted. It was just like a super haunted house. So this is the story. So we move in, and we've lived there for like 3 months, or I don't know. It was a long time ago. I have a loose grasp on time. Anyway, we live there, and I keep seeing out of the corner of my eye. So there's like this hallway that has like the bathroom and one of the bedrooms. And again, I think I said, it's a super small house. So it was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, like 900 square foot house. And it still had like the original hardwood floors. It was like very creepy, it looked haunted, right? So, and it was. So we like, there's this corner into the bathroom, and every time I walked it, not every time, but all the time, it was a constant thing. I kept like seeing stuff out of the corner of my eye in this corner, and it wasn't stuff. It was a person. Like I kept seeing this man, and he was tall and he was thin and he was wearing a hat, and I saw him all the time. And again, at that point when we moved in, I like didn't believe in ghosts. So I was just like, what is happening? Like, why am I keep seeing this like weird shadow? What is going on with the light? But it was like all times of the day. It wasn't just like at night. It was so weird. So I even like put like a standing lamp in that corner to try and like, change the lighting of the room to try and make it so that I would stop seeing a tall, thin man wearing a hat standing in the corner. And it didn't matter. And I mean, when we lived there for years, and I saw it for like a couple years, and I never said anything to anyone about it because like I'm not a ghost person. My husband isn't a ghost person. And I just was like, weird. I'm like, this is weird. But I'm not going to remark upon it because I don't believe in ghosts. But then the other thing I should add is like, it wasn't scary. Like it was like good vibes ghosts. Like I was just like not afraid of it. Didn't seem problematic. Maybe because I didn't think it was real, but whatever. Then we've lived there for like a couple years at this point. We've had a child. She's like 2. We have a party, and someone's like, is your house haunted? And I was like, well, like jokingly, because of how it looks haunted. And I was like, well, no, I don't think so. Except for like, there's this thing where I see this man standing in the corner, and he's like tall and he's thin and he's wearing a hat, and like, kind of like, haha, none of us believe this. We're not a ghost believing crowd. But then later that night, my husband comes to me and he's like, so you see the guy in the corner with the hat? And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, I see that guy all the time. And I was like, what? Like, neither of us believe in ghosts, but we're both seeing a ghost standing in the corner, and he's tall and he's thin and he's wearing a hat. And so then we're like, okay, maybe we do believe in ghosts. So like, we don't believe in ghosts, except for that there is a ghost that lives in our house, and we both agree that he has good vibes. And so then like another couple years pass, and my daughter gets old enough to like talk, and she's like, there's a guy standing in the corner. And we're like, yeah, there is a guy standing in the corner. We have a ghost. He's nice. He wants to make sure that we're taking care of his house. So then, a couple years after that, we lived in this house for like 10 years. So a couple years after that, my aunt comes to town, and she's my great aunt actually. And she's like the one person in my family who believes in all of this shit. Like, she loves angels. She blames spirits for everything. She's like Stevie Nicks vibes, but also like really loves Jesus. She's amazing. Everyone should have an aunt like her. So she comes, and she was like, she spent the night in the living room again, because small house, when we had guests, they had to sleep on an air mattress in the living room. And she was like, so your house is haunted? And I was like, yeah, it is. What are you seeing? And she was like, there's a guy in the corner with the hat. And we were like, yeah, that's the ghost that we have. And she was like, he's nice. And I was like, yeah, he seems nice. He's never been a problem. He's always just there, being chill about stuff and giving weirdly good vibes. I don't know how to explain it. But anyway, he's there. So we have like me, my husband, my daughter, my aunt. We're all like on board. We're all seeing the same thing. It's so wild to me because like I like don't think that this is real, except for that it is undeniably real in this instance. And then we keep living in this house. And then like after a while, I'm like, hey, have you seen our ghost? And my husband was like, no. And my daughter was like, no. And I was like, I think he's gone. And my aunt came back to visit again, and she was like, your ghost is gone. And I was like, yeah, he's gone. So he left. And, you know, I never really like talked to him or engaged with him because honestly, before listening to this podcast, I didn't realize that was like an option, to be like, hey man, you can move on. We got it, which was probably what I would have said. But here's my theory about who I think this ghost was. So like I said, this house was built in 1930 and it was like mud adobe. And our next door neighbor was like this very old woman, and she moved in 1956. So her house was built in 1956 and she was the only person that ever lived in it. And she ended up passing away when she was like, I don't remember how old. She was over 100. But anyways, we talked to her and she was a great neighbor. And she always talked about like knowing the people who built my house, and like they still lived in it when she moved in. So my theory is that it was just the guy who built the house. It was like his house. He had built it like literally with his hands, because like that's how those old adobes were built. And he wanted to make sure that we were going to take good care of it, because it's like, well, what our neighbor Teresa said was that like he lived in it and then it got sold and then it turned into a rental property. And then when we bought it, it was like foreclosed and like needed a bunch of work. And so I like to believe that he was there and then he left because we were taking good care of the house. And I feel like the instigating part might have been was when we finally renovated the bathroom, and he was like, okay, they found the exposed wires. They fixed the obvious plumbing issues. They seem nice. I can go. And he did. And that's my ghost story from a ghost skeptic. Okay. I love you. Thanks so much for making this show. Sorry that this is over 10 minutes. Bye.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
We loved it.
I like that theory of like once the bathroom was finally renovated,
Me
he's
too.
like, okay, I'm out of here now.
Fine. You guys are fine. You
You
didn't get
guys are
electrocuted.
doing it right. Yeah, you're not gonna get electrocuted while you're taking a shit. Okay.
in the shower.
In the shower. Marcy, where do you take your shits?
I usually go in the cat's box.
Oh, okay. See, and I don't have a cat, so I have to go in
Yeah.
the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
also
yeah.
love that this is very classic. Like, I don't believe in ghosts. Here's a bunch of ghost stories.
I love that so much.
My favorite
We
part
have
of this
so many
podcast.
friends and listeners and everything who it's that exact same thing of like, I really don't believe it, but here are 10 different instances.
I know.
I love how just their kids saw him.
Everyone.
And so everybody just being like, and them being very much just like, yeah, he's here. It's okay. And then just, he's gone one day.
Oh, I know. I got a little
Aw.
sad, but then I was like, maybe like he said, he just was comfortable to leave.
Yes, I got a little sad. I was like, oh,
He got
but
out
also, yeah,
like,
get out of here, man.
like a stray.
Yes, yes.
That's so funny.
Wow.
I truly like people are like, don't believe in ghosts. However,
Yes. Marcy, okay, real quick. Have you watched Evil?
Well, we've talked about this 8 times on the podcast.
Yes, I
but
know.
I haven't started watching it.
Start watch it. This week is a perfect time.
True.
You're chilling
It's-
away. You know.
Well, I got these Porn planes I gotta watch though.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Actually, watch your planes.
You're right though. I should while I'm out in the middle of the desert alone, where there's no lights at all.
You
There's no honestly,
totally
I don't
should.
there's not even a house. The nearest structure to me is an empty Airstream trailer. I'm like out in the middle of a piece of land alone. I should start watching something
Marcy,
pretty
you
scary.
should totally watch something. Honestly, not evil. Watch a even scarier one.
I should watch like The Hills Have Eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
It is like dark out here too. It
I
is
bet.
so
Have you been
dark.
looking at the stars and stuff though every night?
It's too cold to go outside, but like sometimes me and the cats will stargaze
Cute.
because there's a window. It's so funny because although she doesn't deserve anything good, Honey's too short to like reach a window to look out of.
Yeah.
So Buster is he's mainly up in that window because it's like
He's
kind of
telling her
high.
everything. He's like, oh yeah, look at that.
Oh
There's
yeah.
Mars. Mars is pretty prominent these days.
Yeah, oh yeah, I see it's red.
Yeah, it's red, dude.
It's red as hell,
Every night I'm
dude.
like, there's Mars, man. Red.
But you know, it's funny. Some of our friend of the pod, Laura and Ashley Smith, is
Yeah.
in Palm Springs, and I was hanging out. Luckily, like there's a positive to everyone evacuating. Is that like I know there's people I've been able to see people I know here.
Yes.
So even though
that's
I'm
nice.
alone and possibly in danger out in the middle of the desert by myself,
You got friends.
there are people I can go visit. And Lauren and I were talking about that weird thing that we saw, the
Yes, in
cryptid that
Joshua
we
Tree,
saw.
right?
Yeah.
Dude, go driving at night. See what's up.
Oh man, I just have a couple brews and drive around the desert,
Hey, you and every single other person in Joshua Tree.
Truly. Betsy, you know what else they have here? I went to Sonic the
What?
other day.
What'd you get? The last time I went to Sonic was with you. What'd you
They
get?
didn't have those fun things like that on this menu. I guess it was more bare bones, but
hey, was it so good?
it was so good. It really sat heavy though. It really sat heavy.
Yeah, I can do that sometimes.
I will say there's some really cool places to eat out here though.
I bet. I've never been to Joshua Tree. I want to go.
Holy moly. We went to so far we've been to some really great restaurants. We're just looking for any distractions. So,
Yeah, dude, I know.
yeah, dude, but I will watch Evil. I will, because actually
It's so good.
I was saying that like yesterday, it was like, I guess a full week since I found out about my friend and then the fires.
Oh,
So like,
yeah.
it was my first day with my head above water a little bit.
Yes. Okay.
Where I could start thinking about stuff and like, yeah. So now I got my head on.
Yes.
And I'm sure
Perfect time to watch Evil.
nothing will distract me from watching Evil.
Good.
Let's listen to another one. I have no idea
Yes.
how long we've been recording, so we got time for another, right?
Yeah, totally.
All right,
I think
all
we're
right.
close to
Yeah.
an hour. Yeah.
All right, dude.
Yeah.
Hi, Marcy and Betsy. This is Allie in Flagstaff, Arizona. I've written and recorded a few stories that you guys have featured on the podcast, so thank you for that. It's so cool to hear your guys' input on different stories, and I just love you both so much, and I love this podcast so much. I've been listening for years, and I just want to thank you for bringing laughter into this world because we need it. We always need it, and I just love you both so much. So anyway, I have two stories for you today. The first one is about my best friend. She lost her brother about 3 years ago now to cancer. It was her older brother. He passed away at 33. And, her only brother, they were only 2 years apart, very close. And so obviously it was very devastating for their family, and she thinks about him every day, and she has a 4-year-old daughter too, so he got to meet her and be with her the first year of her life. But since he's passed, my friend has really struggled with just different milestones in her daughter's life that she knows that her uncle isn't there for, or her daughter missing out on memories. And anytime that we're together, we share memories about her uncle with her now that she's a little older, and, we keep the memory alive. everywhere we can. But I know that she struggles with that a lot and every day. But anyway, I have through my life I've had dreams that have come true a lot. I don't know if it's some type of gift or what, but at this point, if I have a dream about something, I kind of like second guess, oh, is this going to happen? Should I tell the person? I usually keep it to myself. But I've had a lot of dreams of people being pregnant or people going on different trips that I don't know about. And then I'll mention something to someone and, it's always like, oh, how'd you know about that? Or, freaked out. And I get freaked out too. But a lot of times I don't expect it when I just, tell someone, oh, I had this random dream about you. But she's my best friend. So of course I'm going to tell her, if I have a weird dream about her. So anyway, about less than a year ago or so, I had this dream that me, her, and her brother, and this was after he had passed away, were sitting in this room, and her and I were on the couch, and he was sitting across this like coffee table from us. We were all close and talking, and I could hear him, but she couldn't. And he was laughing. He was such like a goofball, and they always made fun of each other like siblings do. And he was making fun of her and all this stuff. And he kept telling her, like, just give her the bear. Just give her the bear. And, I was like telling her that, and she was like laughing too. And it was just kind of a confusing dream. But anyway, when I woke up, I was like, hey, I had a dream about your brother. And he said to give you the bear or something. My friend freaked out, called me crying. So she had just the night before talked to her mom about this teddy bear that her brother had, and if she still had it, she wanted to give it to her daughter, and that she just felt like her brother would love for his niece to have this. And she's like, there's zero way you'd know. I've never mentioned this ever, all this stuff. And it just, so she got it, she gave it to her niece or gave it to her daughter. And, now she has her uncle's teddy bear. And I think that was a little confirmation that her brother was like, yeah, give it to her. Come on, just, why are you asking? Just do it. But anyway, that's my first story. And then my second story is about Jerome, Arizona. So I know you've mentioned it, Marcy, a few times that you've been there. I live only about an hour from Jerome. Flagstaff is like 30 minutes, 45 minutes north of Sedona, just to kind of give you like a visual. It's about 2.5 hours north of Phoenix. But anyway, recently for my birthday, my fiance and I went down, and I've lived in Arizona for over 8 years now, and I've just always wanted to stay at the Jerome Grand Hotel. Like, that was one thing I really, really wanted to do. So for my birthday this year, we decided to do it, and this was in September of 2024, just time context. It was like a little bit getting into spooky season, and we were just really excited to be in a haunted hotel that we had visited a bunch of times. We've taken so many day trips to Jerome and everything. So anyway, we stayed there. We stayed on the first floor. So we explored the hotel. You have to get to be in the actual like hotel area. Marcy, I don't know if you remember this or anything, but like you can go on the first floor, but anything past the first floor, you need like a key card and everything. So we were able to still explore. Since we had like a hotel key. The hotel past the first floor was definitely spooky. I got some vibes from it, but our room I didn't feel anything too weird about. And my fiance, like, he kind of believes in things. He actually has his own stories that I want him to record and send to you, so I'll do that in the future. But he's very much like, not just, he won't outright be like, this place is haunted, or anything like that. But anyway, so we're in the room. He asked me like, oh, do you feel anything? I'm like, no, not really. Like, kind of. I mean, lots of people died in that hotel when the town was a mining town, but, the hotel used to be a hospital for context. But anyway, so we're in the room the first night. I'm sleeping on the side of the bed that is closest to the windows. And there's these huge curtains that cover the windows, floor to ceiling. The windows are very, very tall. Anyway, so I wake up in the middle of the night, and the room is pitch black, but you can kind of make out like shapes and things like that. And I look directly to the windows where the curtains are. And I see a like dark maroon colored button down shirt and khaki pants. And that's all I see. Like it looked like my fiance had hung them up, one on top of the other, like as if someone was wearing it, but he hung them up. And in my brain, my sleepy brain, I was like, oh, he hung up his clothes on the curtains. Okay, like weird. And I'm staring at it for a while, like really, I know what I saw because I was like, I don't know if I know that shirt. Okay, like he just wanted to hang him up in the middle of the night or before he went to bed. I didn't notice. And, I'm half asleep at the time. First thing I think of when I wake up is like, where are his clothes? There's nothing hanging on the curtains. It didn't make sense. You can't hang anything on the curtains like that, like as if they were hanging in a closet. It'd be one thing if the curtains were lower, but like I said, the curtains were all the way up on the ceiling. These were hung at like person height, as if someone was wearing them, but I didn't see a face. I didn't see arms. I didn't see legs. Like it was dark that I could only make out clothes. I made out khaki pants and like a maroon, dark reddish shirt. Clear as day. And again, they were like hung height as if somebody was wearing them. So I don't know if I saw someone again. Like I remember staring at this for a while in the middle of the night being like, he hung them up and I don't know that shirt and all this stuff. Anyway, so that was that experience. Like, know what I saw? I guess someone was hanging out next to our bed, and we stayed there 2 nights. The second night, I could not sleep at all. It wasn't like spooky feelings or anything, but I got so restless that like I stood up and walked around the room, went to the bathroom and everything. And it got to the point I was like, just if there's anyone in this room, like not tonight, please. Like, and I didn't see anything the second night. I didn't see those clothes hanging because when I was falling asleep or couldn't fall asleep, like I opened my eyes being like, maybe I saw like a design in the curtain that made it look like something, but no, I didn't see it again. But anyway, that's my Jerome, Arizona story. And again, I love you guys so much. I'm sorry this kind of got long, but I love you. Bye.
Yes, we have to go.
We gotta go. We gotta
my-
go stay at the Jerome Grand Hotel.
I didn't go inside of it when I went, so
that's
I'm
where we're
missing
staying.
out.
We're
Yes.
staying there. We're seeing what's up.
I will say a little drawback to old haunted hotels is they are shitty in a way,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe this one's not. Maybe it's not. But sometimes they just are like dirty old hotels.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Where you're just kind of like, yeah, all right. Everything's a little bit nasty.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
I'm down to give it a shot.
I would love to. I would absolutely love to. And yeah, it is like Jerome is such a cool place to visit with a lot of bad history and stuff.
Yeah. Just that old West, like
The
old
wickedest,
town.
the wickedest town in the West.
The wickedest town in the West. Wild about the bear, too, the teddy bear.
I know.
Really wild. That just seems so nutty. Like to have dreams that come true is so just like,
Yeah.
whoa, dude.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for sending in your stories,
Thank you so much.
making
Thank
our
you
lives
for
easier.
understanding
Oh
what's
my gosh.
going on.
So many people have reached out and have been so nice too. Like
Yeah.
just the best. And yeah, it's really sad for our city. Like
Dude.
like I said, hope by the time you guys are listening to this, things are under control and like
Yeah.
there's as much mitigation of destruction as possible, but it's so
Yeah.
scary and
It's
sad.
so scary. I love LA so much.
I love LA so much. And I hate
love
that
it here so much.
I hate hearing people like while it's the hardest time for the entire city talking shit about it or even being mistaken about like the Palisades are full of rich people. Our friend Bridget, who was just on the pod, that's where she lives. Like so
It's so crazy.
Like, it's
oh,
not
yep,
all-
celebrities. It's like, no, man.
it's not like that.
It's like one of the biggest cities in the world. It has so many cool, different people.
Yeah, and like these aren't like these neighborhoods are
Oh,
vast, and they have support. They have people, even if they are rich, they have people who work there. There were workers trapped in houses.
yeah.
Like that's such a scary video. Anyway, it's just be nice about it. And I actually do think that our local officials are doing everything they
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
Like, and the firemen are doing incredible work. And it's, yeah, it's just unimaginable. And I hope it ends soon.
Me
I want to go
too.
home. I want
I
to go
know you gotta
home.
come home. Gotta come
No,
home.
I can't. Well, honey lives here now.
Honey rules that house now.
Oh my God, how am I gonna get her? Anyway,
You'll figure it
please.
out. You did before.
I did. Maybe she might fuck me up really bad this time
Oh
though.
no.
Um,
Wear thick, thick, thick clothes.
yeah, I'm gonna wear my thickest clothes that I brought out here.
Yeah.
I only brought tankinis.
Oh, Marcy.
The fool. But guys, yeah, keep sending in your stories to
Yeah,
us.
keep them coming.
Keep them coming. We love them. It makes us feel
Yes.
better.
Yes. This was
yeah,
a nice little break.
it was a nice break. Wow. All
Fire
right.
watch.
Firewatch. All right. Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Oh, yeah! Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants!
That was a HeadGum podcast.